Welcome to a quick overview of the Thief class in Guild Wars 2. This series is designed to explain the feel and some of the base mechanics of Guild Wars 2's classes and their elite specializations, to help answer the question, what should I play? This is not intended to look at the popularity of certain classes, or to look at their place in the meta or their relative damage numbers. Those change. Everything is relatively similar in most cases, and it helps a lot more to find something you enjoy and like the aesthetics of than to hop around and find those percentages here and there. Hopefully this helps in that endeavor. The Guild Wars 2 Thief, at first glance, is your standard amalgamation of Thief, Ninja, and Assassin, though he does have some shadowy tricks built in. Steal, the Thief's profession skill, lets the Thief steal an ability from the target instead of an item, ranging from stealing a bird's egg, which can be eaten, to the incredibly powerful Magnetic Bomb, which will continuously pull enemies towards it while inflicting massive break bar damage. The Thief's primary profession mechanic is the initiative system. Unlike other classes, the Thief has no significant cooldowns on its weapon skills, instead being limited by their initiative resource. This lets the Thief perform either a consistent rotation, or lets him spam attacks in certain damage windows to quickly damage a defiance bar or bring down a target. For weapons, the Thief has access to traditional daggers for both main and offhand for high mobility, quick attacking weapons. For weapons, the Thief has access to the traditional daggers for both main and offhand, high mobility, quick attacking weapons that can inflict poison and bleeding damage. They also have access to the main hand sword, a slower weapon that sacrifices a bit of damage for crowd control abilities. At a moderate range, the Thief has access to both main and offhand pistols, and at slightly longer range, has access to the short bow, a physical damage weapon with shattering AoE arrows and displacement effects. Additionally, when dual-wielding with both the main and offhand weapon, the Thief has access to dual-wield skills. This replaces the traditional third skill on the weapon and will be based on both the main and offhand the Thief has equipped. For instance, when the Thief is wielding a main hand dagger with an offhand dagger, they have access to Death Blossom, a skill that will allow the Thief to jump over their target, hitting nearby foes and causing bleed. Armed with its trusty bow staff, and an additional bar of endurance giving it more dodging, the Daredevil expands on its mobility in its trait line, turning those dodges into damaging attacks, either through a poison dagger hop, or through a physical damage bound, or letting the Daredevil cleanse himself as he moves. The staff itself is an agile two-hand melee weapon, including several leap attacks, an ambush skill that can trip the target, and a cheap shot attack to kick up a storm of dust into the eyes of those around the thief. The Daredevil's utility skills granted additional physical attacks in the form of kicks, palm strikes, and secretive throwing daggers, as well as a block that, if successful, can knock the opponent down in response. In the Path of Fire, the thief takes a page from the Acolytes of Balthazar, learning the Deadeye specialization, a long-range sniper complete with its signature weapon, the rifle. While wielding this weapon, the Deadeye has the ability to crouch, increasing their damage and giving access to stronger abilities, but coming at the cost of significantly reduced mobility. To combat this reduced mobility, the Deadeye can either re-crouch, which will stand them back up, or they can make use of utility skills that will shadow step them around the arena. The Deadeye's profession skill turns steal into Deadeye's mark. In addition to stealing an ability from the enemy, it will also mark them for death, causing skills that the thief uses which cost initiative to generate malice. The thief expends malice when attacking from stealth to greatly increase the damage they deal. The Deadeye's utility skill line, cantrips, interact with those mechanics by offering ways to enter stealth, or to trade stored malice for extra initiative, or to gain a short-range teleport which can be used while crouched to help them escape. The Deadeye's trait line largely focuses on interaction with Deadeye's mark. However, it can pick up the ability to provide quickness. With the End of Dragons, the thief joins the James Bond franchise with the Spectre elite specialization. This elite spec focuses on the thief's ability to utilize shadow magic. Its signature weapon, the Scepter, is used as a conduit for crippling conditions, giving the thief the ability to heal their allies as well. The utility skills, Wells, will allow the thief to shadow step to an area before dropping a field that gives boons to allies or damaging conditions to enemies. For its profession skill, the Spectre replaces the standard steal mechanic with Siphon, a steal effect that will siphon part of the target's essence. When enough essence is built up as Shadow Force, the Spectre can enter a Shadow Shroud, giving him shadow-fueled magical abilities of darkness, providing boons to allies they tether to. The Spectre's signature Scepter weapon is itself a medium-range weapon capable of firing shadow projectiles, hurting enemies, and providing shadow barriers to their allies. As a trade-off for the shadow magics that Spectre utilizes, they have a reduced maximum initiative, capping their burst potential. In Secrets of the Obscure, the thief gains access to the Axe, a main-hand hybrid weapon that can be thrown at the target or through the target to leave spinning axes on the ground, which can then be recalled to the thief's current location, dealing extra damage as they pass through foes. In Janthier Wilds, the thief picks up a spear, combining throwing attacks with melee chains, letting the thief jump into the fray, unleash one of their follow-up attacks, and then either re-engage on a target or enter a defensive posture capable of blocking incoming attacks. Although each Guild Wars 2 elite specialization came with its own signature weapon that only that specialization could use, with the advent of Weapon Master training in Secrets of the Obscure, this is no longer the case. So long as the corresponding expansion for each weapon is owned, that weapon may be unlocked for use across the account. This allows builds now to use weapons that they wouldn't otherwise have access to in the past. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the fun things that you have to do for YouTube. And I will catch you in the next video.